This is your psychic girlfriend, Robin Richardson. And if you're like me, you're interested in how the universe works and in all things mystical. So let's explore it together. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast. Hello again. Welcome back, you beautiful souls. I am Robin Richardson, your psychic girlfriend. And wow, I woke up this morning to something I never expected I would be waking up to. And so I do have a fun and thoughtful episode for you today. If you have been following the Laura Owens case, and if you're here, I bet you are, you might have caught journalist Megan Fox's YouTube episode, The Unexplained, where she and her guests reacted to my episode, Psychic Insights into Laura Owens' Family and Hidden History. First of all, Megan, thank you. Seriously, thank you. I deeply appreciate the conversation, and it's not every day that a spiritual intuitive gets featured on a channel diving into mystery, media, and high-profile stories. I was very, very flattered, and it was unexpected. And whether folks agreed, laughed, or even raised an eyebrow, I welcome it all. So let's talk about that episode. So let's rewind a second. In Psychic Insights into Laura Owens and Family Hidden History, I shared a reading that I did on an energetic imprint of Laura and her family. And hopefully it wasn't coming from a place of judgment, but rather from a place of curiosity, compassion, and true spiritual exploration. I certainly wasn't claiming facts. I was asking questions like what family dynamics might be influencing her, because I'm genuinely curious in patterns like that, like ancestral patterns. What is at play? What kind of emotional or spiritual energy is woven into this unfolding situation? And my intention, clearly, I was just interested in the case, and I thought for funsies I would just do it. But I like to give a lens into a higher spiritual purpose, or the lens of the unseen. You know, the stuff under the surface that doesn't really even make the headlines, but definitely shapes them. So let's talk about Megan's video. It had some great laughs. I love Megan and her friends. Some solid questions and some sharp critique. And to be honest, it was fun to watch. I think these kinds of conversations are exactly what we need, where the mystical meets the analytical. And what I loved even in the moments of skepticism was there was curiosity, and there's a doorway. And I love when the doorway starts to open, because when we ask, what is this psychic thing really? Or how does someone read on people they've never met? Those are great questions, and it's a beginning to explore energy and intuition and sacred mystery. So I want to be clear that my work is about energy and not about evidence. I approach my work with a blend of grounded spiritual insight and practical understanding. I work within the Akashic Records, and that's a sacred energetic archive of everyone's journey, every soul's journey, whether it's past, present, or the potential future. And it allows me to access information beyond what is currently being presented. I get to look at and offer insights into soul patterns, karmic contracts, and deeper lessons. And this is what I'm super curious about Laura and her family. So, because we are all connected and all of us find some sort of value in connecting to this energy, I believe that we have a thread together, that we have a story that's unfolding, and there's a reason for it, and each one of us gets to take a look at what does this all mean for us in a bigger picture. I also use the Lenormand cards in my practice because personally I love them, and they help me tell a story. They help me decode the energy and clarify messages that the spirit or divine or God or whatever wants to bring forward. And just as important, I work with integrity. I'm very conscious not to invade someone's energetic space without consent. And when I was reading about this case or the others, any personal people, whether it's Laura, her father, I am reading them through accessing my own Akashic records for reflections or metaphors or mirrored insights. And I know this could be kind of complicated in a small YouTube video, but it's like reading the ripple without disturbing the stone. Because I know that the divine is already aligned and will share with me what's meant to be shared. And I always honor that sacred boundary. So there'll be things that I won't pick up because they won't allow me to see that. So I don't pry. Okay. So I also know how to bridge intuition with real world dynamics. I have been in the corporate world for decades. So I know how to work around energy and use practical judgments around things like that. And I don't replace the justice system. I just read the energy. And I'm here not to declare innocence or guilt. I don't know. The justice system will figure that out. But I am here to interpret what spirit whispers and patterns and wounds and karmic threads there are, because there is an inner story to this outer performance. And if that resonates with you, that's great. And if it challenges you, that's even better, because I believe growth is in the stretch. So Megan, again, thank you for being open enough to feature my work, and to everyone who watched that episode, whether you were nodding along or giving me the side eye, I see you. And I love being a part of the process. And if you're on the same page with me, you want to live in a world where skeptics and sensitives can sit at the same table, where mystery and logic can share same space, and where we can all ask deeper questions together. So here's my final thought. Psychic work isn't about getting the story right. It's getting to the soul of the story and the souls involved. And really, they're all just part of us. So if you've ever looked at someone in public and thought, what made them do that? Well, you're not just asking a question. You are absolutely starting a spiritual investigation. And that's what I do. And that's what I love. And you can check out more of my work or book a session or start and explore spiritual resources at yourpsychicgirlfriend.com, because I'm always here to help you see beyond the surface. And I offer accurate and compassionate guidance that you can trust. So until next time, stay grounded, stay curious, and don't forget to love the mystery. And I will be continuing to feature this story because I find it so fascinating. Thank you again, Megan and her friends, and I will see you in the next one.